I'm Andrea Smith for bnetTV at Mobile World Congress 2015. It's all about mobility and cloud here, but it's also about connectivity, having to do with the Internet of Things and smart homes. I'm talking to Daniela Perlmutter of Essemce. Tell me a little bit about Essemce.
Hi. Well, Essemce is really all about bringing the Internet of Things to every home in the world. We do that with smart home solutions, with home security solutions, and also with solutions that help for the elderly people to carry on living independently at home. So we really believe that technology is the enabler for people's lives to be just better and better. We do that really with the hardware and the software. We sell to service providers, communication service providers, who then offer those services to the consumers.
So, and you're creating things like the ability to control your home from your phone, things that can track you, thermostats, stuff like that?
Right. We do that with really what we have, a smart home offering, which is really a kit that I can show you right here. Those are the
Back here?
Those are the devices.
So sensors, lights.
That's the application. That's the application that actually controls the home. And those are really the devices. A person just gets the kit, opens the kit, self-installs it. I personally self-installed mine in 15 minutes in my home. And you have a system up and running that you control with your mobile device. And you can see people coming in. You can trigger all sorts of events, like if someone comes in, I get a video, and then I can switch on the light, I can switch off the alarm, etc., etc. And the whole idea is really to make it very simple, very easy for people to automate the home and manage the home remotely.
Now, one of the problems a lot of people have is interoperability. They'll maybe start out with the thermostat and then try to add some sensors on the door and some lights. And because of all the different wireless protocols and standards, they don't talk to each other. So this kit is so that everything talks to everything and makes it one ecosystem?
Yes, well, we're very aware of that problem. We've been around for over 20 years. And so what we've decided is to take a very simple and modular approach. We start with a basic kit that we offer that talks between themselves with our own proprietary protocol. But then there's a gateway that is able to connect with different third-party devices based on the Z-Wave standard, which is a leading industry standard, and also integrates with additional services with a cloud-to-cloud integration. Let's say if you'd like to have a rule that when you switch on the alarm, your thermostat will go down to, let's say, 20 degrees in the home to save electricity and switch off all the lights. So we connect with Z-Wave based devices, the light switches, the dimmers, the thermostats, but our gateway is the one that controls it.
So it is expandable in that sense, where you could use other products as long as they're on the Z-Wave technology.
Right, and as long as we use our protocol from the gateway to our devices like the cameras.
Talk to me a little bit about aging in place, because this is very, very popular now that the society is aging a little bit and a little more tech savvy.
Right, so just a bit of statistics. Today, already in 2014, 8% of the world population is over the age of 65. By 2050, more than 20% of the people will be over the age of 65. What we're seeing is that the public health system isn't sustainable. They can't just support all those aging people, because mostly aging people also have chronic disease, they're more prone to fall, etc., etc. So the trend that we're seeing now is really a distribution from clinics and hospitals into the homes. And what we decided to do is to leverage our connected home and our home security assets to not monitor only empty places, but to monitor people and activities in the home. And so we've added a smart algorithm in the cloud and an analytics engine, which is really the Internet of Things. And we managed to create a personal pattern of a daily routine of a person living alone at home. And once there's a deviation from that pattern, it triggers an alert. And that alert is very smart, because let's say you skipped a meal, you wouldn't immediately send an ambulance. But if there's a an emergency alert, an SOS alert, that the person may have fallen because they haven't left the bathroom after an hour, and they usually visit the bathroom for 10 minutes, it would trigger an SOS alert, which then the telecare provider will dispatch an ambulance.
So that's fascinating because many of the alerts that elderly people wear on their wrist or on a pendant have to be triggered by them. If you have an emergency, you have to trigger it. But really, what do you do if you fall or, God forbid, have a heart attack or a stroke and you can't trigger that?
Let me take you back to statistics again. 80% of the people who have pendants and panic buttons do not press them when they fall. And there are three main reasons. First, because they can't reach the panic button. Secondly, they may be ashamed. Or thirdly, they forgot that they even have the panic button. So we decided, let's use technology, put it seamless around the person, just like the connected home and the home security, make the technology work for you. So the data that is collected and the daily routine makes everything very seamless. A person doesn't have to wear anything for the alert to be triggered. Okay, so it's not only the intelligence of collecting the data and analyzing it, it's also the intelligence in the alerting services, because that's also very important. You don't want to send alerts to people all the time. What we've added here is also the family members, because when you think of panic buttons, only the elderly person presses the button and the family member usually doesn't know about it until after it happened.
Right, and they'll get a notification.
Right.
Yeah.
So we added also a mobile application for the family member, and they're able to see the activity throughout the day, and they get the alerts as well. So what it means is that the conversation between the family member and the elderly person isn't around, have you eaten, have you slept, have you gone out, etc. They know that. So it's all about, let's talk about, real day-to-day stuff.
That's fabulous. So much technology goes into this. I know you're in Herzliya, Israel. Big technology center, innovation, lots of innovation going on there, correct?
Definitely. We actually use a lot of innovation also, not only from within the company, but also from outside. We have relationships with the military in Israel. We have relationships with several universities. We partner with lots of innovative startups and innovative companies that have headquarters also in Israel. And so that really enables us to bring technology from, let's say, the industrial, commercial world into the consumer world in a very affordable and simple experience.
Fantastic. Great. Daniela Perlmutter from Essemce Technologies. I'm Andrea Smith for bnetTV at Mobile World Congress 2015.